Good evening and welcome to Be Inspired with Pepe Minambo. Another great evening of inspiration. A great place where we provoke ourselves, we challenge, inspire, and just trigger the mind to look at things and think differently. As I always say, a single conversation with the right person is more valuable than many, many years of study. And this is one of the nights we're going to have another in-depth conversation, continuing on our series of where money hides that we started last week. We looked at 5 places where money hides. And the first place I say money hides was in people. Money hides in people. And we extensively talked about it last week. The argument was every person you see walking around is carrying money. Money can be found on the surface. Money is found in people. The more the people, the more the money. Look at the list of people that have made serious money in life. They deal with commodities or products or services that has to do with lot of people. In fact, I tell people these kind of individuals are in no other sector but the number sector. The number sector, meaning the number of people, the multitude of people, the more people they serve, the more people they reach out to, the more people they connect with, the more fortune they make. So the first place where money hides is that money hides in people. Tonight, I want to look at the second place where money hides. Ladies and gentlemen, money hides in problems. If someone say every problem is a business, every problem you encounter as a person, at an individual level, at a family level, at a community level, at a district level, at a constituency level, at a national level, or at a global level, every problem is a business. Show me serious, sustainable businesses. Show me businesses that has transcended generations. Show me businesses that have stood the test of time. And I'll show you businesses that started out of problems. So every problem is a business. You can't say that you don't have a job. You can't say that people are short of job opportunities. No, we are not short of problems. Problems are everywhere. As many are problems, as many are the opportunities for employment, the opportunities for business growth. So money hides in problems. Now, last week I talked about Honda Motor. Honda is one of the most successful motorcycle brand, motor vehicle brand, aircraft brand in the world. But if you look at the history of Honda, it all started out of a problem. Mr. Honda's wife had a problem, biking every day to work, and the lady got tired to be on her bicycle every single day. And the husband did not sit back and pity the wife, but looked at that problem and found a solution to the problem by creating a small engine that was attached to the bicycle, and the rest is history. So Honda birthed out of a problem, and it is what it is today. But I want to share a few insights and few references of solid businesses in our time that were birthed out of problems. So just put in mind that every problem is a business. You have no business to do. You have capital and you don't know what to do, where to put the money. Just think about the problems you have, the problems your friends have, the problems your family have, the problems you face in your community, the problems in your church, the problem in your district, the problem in your constituency, the problem in the country, in various sectors, education, health, non-governmental, governmental agencies. Everywhere there is a problem, there is a business. So Uber. Everywhere you travel across Africa, across the world, if you go as a visitor, you have no transportation. The best and most secure and reliable transportation you call for is Uber. But how did this whole Uber phenomenon, a multi-billion business venture, started? It's a very interesting business model where you own nothing, but you just own a system. And through that system, you bring in so many people. Again, money hides in people. And then through the people, you make the fortune. No wonder it said fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. I understand the founder of Uber and his friends were on holiday in Paris, in France. And these Americans stranded in Paris. It was a rainy season, and where they were staying, there was too much rain that they could not get out of the flat by the roadside to flag down, taxis. As you know, in Europe or other countries in Africa, taxis are not our minivans. Taxis are normal cars. If you go to a place like France, the normal taxis are Mercedes-Benz. In Africa, if you drive a Mercedes-Benz, you are an elite. But if you go to France, taxis are normal Mercedes-Benz. So they couldn't get any taxi that we call special hire here in Uganda on the road. They were stranded. And then they thought, they say, hey, look here. So we are visitors. We don't have much contact here. And we are stranded. We have to wait until the rain ends for us to show up on the street to flag down the special hire. That's where the whole idea of having an app in the comfort of wherever you are, and at a touch of a button, you hail a cab, and within no time, someone is knocking your door or someone is by the driveway to call you to get into the cab and go wherever you want to go at your own convenience and on time. Ladies and gentlemen, the rest is history. The guys became billionaires in US dollar. You know why? Because they identified a problem. They did not feel sorry about themselves. They created a solution to the problem, and the solution brought the fortune into their bank accounts, that generational wealth. Now, every problem is a business. When you see problems, others see businesses. So, what problems are you facing at your workplace? What problems are you facing in your personal life? What problems are you facing in your marriage? What problems are you facing in your community? What problems are you encountering every day on the streets of Kampala? What are the problems we are facing in this generation? Pressing problems. And let me tell you, thank God for problems, because every problem is a seed to a business, a seed to wealth, a seed to fortune. It depends about the perspective you have. Like my good mentor, Dr. Robert Schuller once said, he said, life is a matter of perspective. And life perspective is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So every problem is a business. In every business, there is money. So the second place where money hides in problems. Now, you see, I was speaking somewhere last week. This is a very dynamic institution. In fact, according to me, this is one of the best run institutions in Uganda. If you look at the makeup of the organization, from the CEO to the exco to the middle management to all the rank and file, in fact, they always tell them it's like I'm in a movie here. The way they dress, the way, the energy, the way, the dynamism, the office, the artifact, it's just a place you want to belong to. So lucky we are doing some project with them. So I went to speak to all staff in their town hall. And before engaging them on matter change and culture, I say, hey guys, I'm a motivational speaker. I'd like to share with you something interesting. And I told them, did you know that there are several places where money hides? And I said, there are 10. But I said, today I will just tell you about 5 places where money hides. I started by saying, number 1, money hides in people. And then I gave them some insights around how money hides in people. Then I went number 2, money hides in problems. I say every problem is a business. And then when I finished, I went to number 3, number 4, number 5. After the talk ended, a gentleman came to me, maybe in his late 40s. And he looked at me and said, Pepe, You mean money hides in people? I say, yes, money hides in people. I say, okay. You see on the board here, on your dashboard, you are targeting to raise about 1 trillion Uganda shillings as an organization. I say that 1 trillion Uganda shillings is hiding in each one of you. The hundreds of you in this organization, each one of you carries a portion of that 1 trillion Uganda shillings. So it's upon management to unlock that money in you. And as you go into the market to raise deposit or to sell your product and services, the people you also see out there, each one of them is carrying money. Money is hiding in them. He say, so money is hiding in us. I say, yes. Then he say, Pepe, you are such a bully. You bully us all the time when you speak to us because the things you tell us, they really challenge our thinking. Then he says, so you say number 2, money hides in problems. I say, yes, money hides in problems. Then he laughed, he looked at me, he said, okay, you know what? You've made my day, young man. He said, you've made my day. Now that you say money hides in problem, I can even sign out now, go out there and look for problems. Because you say money hides in problem. I felt so delighted by that conversation. Yeah, money hides in problems. I know one of the owner of one of the most successful airlines in the world. The story goes like this. This gentleman was on holiday with friends in the Caribbean, in some very small islands. And, you know, in those small islands, you have irregular flights schedules. And the day they were to fly out of the island, the flight was cancelled. And it was not coming over the weekend until the next week. And many people stranded, hundreds of people. Some had wedding to catch up with, some had business trips, some had to take kids to school. And everybody at the hangar where they were waiting for the plane was complaining and making noise. This gentleman sat down and said, wait a minute, we got a problem here. Don't I have friends around the Caribbean? Yes, I do. He said, you know what? I will get in touch with my friends. I will see if we can charter a plane to come in here and pick these people, move them to the mainland. And he asked the passengers around, he said, guys, do you mind to let go of your return tickets and pay something extra? I got contact, I can bring in a chartered plane, and we can all be out of this place, continue with our lives. People say, great idea, go ahead. Guess what? He got in touch with his contact, and within few hours, there was a chartered plane from the mainland that landed in the small Caribbean island. Everybody got in, and they flew out of the place, then they continued with their destinations. The gentleman sat back and said, if I could sort these people out in that stranded small island, I can sort a lot of people out across the globe to go to wherever they want to go on time with pleasure and delight. The rest is history. He started an airline and he became one of the face of the aviation industry in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how people grow. Money, number 1, hides in people. Number 2, hides in problems. And every problem is a business. Every problem is a fortune. Every problem is a wealth channel. We'll be right back and continue with number 3, number 4, and number 5, where money hides.